attendees.
The magic is back in the air as the Comets shoot across the sky, but they'll have to take it into the depths of the ocean because they're taking on the Sharks in tonight's Foundation League action. My name is Grant, CFO, and over on my other side is none other than Gigabyte, back for another round of fun. Gigabyte, how are you doing? Are you ready for this one?
Well, now that I've had a little bit of tendies, I am ready to go for this one. This is an exciting Foundation League matchup here between the Comets and the Sharks. The Sharks have so far been doing all right this season. They're looking to put themselves in a bit of a better spot going into the playoffs. The Comets doing just as well as ever. Swanson and Scruffy Lobo, a fantastic team together. So I can't wait to see what these two teams are able to do. I'm expecting a really good match here.
Yeah, me as well. Swanson was actually a player that I had my eyes on when it came back to tryouts, so definitely one that I'll have my eyes just laser focused on because I want to see how well they perform with the Comets. Over on the other side of the Sharks, though, however, we've got Carrazzo, who's actually one of our up-and-coming affiliate broadcasters, so looking forward to seeing how broadcasters play, and they'll be alongside Code Red Jack, which is another very familiar player I've seen play all just time and time again, so really just a basket of fun. I know we got a basket of chicken tendies, and now we're just going to have a basket of fun for this one, Keeg.
FL is the fun league, like you said, so I am looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to having some fun here. Let's see what these players can do as they are just starting their MLE careers. I'm sure that we will see these players, though, looking significantly higher up than they are in FL, and already we're off to a really quick start here as a couple quick touches off of the kickoff make it dangerous, and Carrazzo, my bad. He's going to try and take it across. Well controlled by Jack. And now a potential dribble coming. The Sharks might have one off the side, but Swanson is there to read it.
It's fun, all right. We see this ball just zipping back and forth across the field after clear from clear in Swanson. We mentioned dribble plays. Here's the first successful one.
Swanson over the top of Carrazzo. Gets it by Code Red Jack as he was charging on the outside to try and get Swanson away from that ball, but it won't do any good. 25 seconds in, my bad. We have a 1-goal lead for the Comets.
1 goal indeed. Carrazzo off the ceiling, and failed to make contact. I'm sure that one would have gone in had they been able to get a touch on it. Swanson all the time in the world to circle back around, but not enough because Carrazzo's on the back end for the defense. Looks to throw it out mid, or they'll take it for their own for now. Failed flick, but it's enough to keep it going. Up the wall, they try again for the ceiling shot. It's a drop down to Code Red Jack, who can't find the angle. Just come in that same direction when they want to be positioned across like an X to cross over in front, and this time they find enough control for the top shelf.
Code Red Jack, that is great. Little touch down and then up onto the top shelf. Swanson wasn't ready for that one, and Code Red Jack puts it through. So now a 1-1 game here as the Sharks and the Comets trade blows within a minute.
Minute down, Carrazzo to the backboard. Code Red Jack almost got their hands on the ball. Swanson out to the right side. Looks for maybe some kind of pinch, but instead they're dunked. Back out to midfield. Comets plenty of time to work with. Pinch off the sidewall. Code Red Jack to throw long towards net. Actually backboard off the crossbar instead. Carrazzo can't find it back to midfield. Scruffy, great job playing patient. Picks up the boost. Moves it even further down the offensive zone. Nobody close enough for midfield. Score up on that one and take the lead just yet.
Well, Swanson thought about going up for that one, but did not have the boost to get up for it one way or another. Was sent to the moon. Swanson will have control of this one, though. Gets away from him. A little bit of a harder touch than he probably needed to. Code Red Jack was there, but a good long clear by Scruffy Lobo. They both committed. Are the Sharks going to be able to turn this one back around quick enough? No. Swanson already back. He's going to get sent down. Scruffy Lobo able to keep it out, and we play on at 1.
Here comes the demo plays from the Sharks to open it up, and it's going to be the Sharks who take it. Nothing more than just one demo to take out that last man. We see Scruffy go up front, one more to beat. Well, not much to beat if they're gone after the demo.
Yo, I'm going to say this one. We've seen some people talking about it in the chat here. Foundation League is not the same Foundation League we saw last season. The overall skill level of Foundation has increased significantly, as it has with the rest of the league as well. But now, previously in Foundation League last season, we saw players who really didn't have a lot of mechanical skill, couldn't keep a hold of the ball. Now, though, this is looking very similar to what we might see at the ACAD levels. Ceiling shots, excuse me? And almost hitting those ceiling shots, excuseth me? What the actual?
Yeah, I have no idea. You're absolutely right, though, when it comes to talking about just the rank distribution shifting. Not only has Psyonix tried to compensate for that, but FL players, they're just so much better this time around, because I guess that's how it works. I don't know. Algorithms, math, time, people. Who has any idea? We'll never know the answer. But for now, all we can do is focus on the game in front. Swanson was in the front leading the charge, was unable to get this one back to midfield. Okay, speaking of ceiling shots,
all right, you know
here's
what?
Carrazzo one more time, but doesn't get it.
He's looking really consistent on those setups, though. I'm expecting a ceiling shot.
Yeah.
You know, I think someone in chat during the last game said that they'd give him like 1,000 channel points or something. No, 1,000 credits in game if he hit a ceiling shot during this match. So you know that right there is actual stocks. Just saying. It's gonna get past them though. That's gonna be an open shot for the Comets. Swanson gonna put it into the net, and now we have a 2-2 game with a minute 19 remaining.
When the defense is backed up and the second man can't come through in time, you know there's going to be trouble on the defense, and the tie game at hand with the Comets bringing it back. 1:19 to go. Scruffy from the kickoff actually loses one pretty sharply. Swanson off the backboard, clears down the midfield, gonna run into Carrazzo along the way, puts it over off the back wall again. Oh, it's down in front. Swanson doesn't need to make the save, but they can't turn back around. It was a good move to try to let the ball do its thing for a little bit, but just not quick enough.
Rolls back out into midfield. Swanson thought he was going to have something to do with that one, but ends up going right by it. And ready to capitalize on it was Code Red Jack. Now, with just over a minute remaining, the Sharks lead 3-2. Controlled by Code Red Jack. He's going to try and put this one past Scruffy. Does successfully, but no one is going to be there from his team to get a hold of it. Carrazzo able to get a good 50. Removes the ball from Swanson's arms. Back off the wall. Code Red Jack looking to put the dagger in, but it's not going to go. Swanson depth back out to midfield. Code Red Jack turns. What a bump by Carrazzo, and it's going to go in!
Wow, what a smart play. We've seen the Sharks do it all game long, but to execute it once and then twice again on the defensive end, sweeps out everybody behind, and just like that, you blink and you miss it. Sharks are up 2 goals.
That was a beautiful play. I suspect that one was called out by Carrazzo as well, saying, go for that bump, I will be here to score this one, and he does successfully. Scruffy logo though, over the top, sends it sky high, and it's going to be sent back off to the side as the Comets couldn't put that one fully on target. Now it's going to go back to Code Red Jack as Swanson trying to put it past him. It's going to go wide, leaving it for his teammate, but Carrazzo gets it past Scruffy Lobo. Carrazzo now on a breakaway, gets it high, waiting for his teammate to come in and take a shot. Swanson back out to Carrazzo. Will we get one more from the shadow here?
Oh!
No, or sorry, Sharks here, not going to be able to, and it will drop. The Sharks will win game number 1, 4-2, in a little bit of a fashion. It wasn't dominant, but it was definitely a strong showing from the Sharks. Definitely more than what we were expecting to see from them. Considering their season record at this point is not particularly great, but these two players do seem to have a lot of chemistry.
Oh, for sure, and it was a very fashionable performance from them, not only from the ceiling, Carrazzo, what are you doing, but just Code Red Jack popping off, picking up 4 goals, 7 shots. I mean, this Shark squad looks like an AL team. They look so good, and if this is consistent, if what they're doing is consistent, how they're playing is consistent, just the whole big consistent word, I feel like we could see Sharks go all 5 games and not even give the Comets much of any chance.
Well, the Comets, they did have a couple opportunities there. They had it tied up for a long time, but then the Sharks, once we saw that momentum break in their favor, once the Sharks smelled blood in the water, they pounced and they got the goals that they needed to get to clutch it out. So the Sharks, they have that extra factor too, that stick-to-itiveness, that ability to come through in the clutch, and that's something that every Rocket League team needs in spades, and they do have it. So now we'll be moving on to game number 2. What do you think you're going to have to see here from the Comets to be able to come out with the W here?
I think they have a lot of great stuff going for them in terms of their power on their shots. We just need to see everybody hit the ball. It's that consistency part, but it's also effectiveness. How many times can you hit the ball in a row? Can you just keep on going with it? There's a couple of misses that leave some things exposed, maybe a little bit of times where they're getting in each other's way, but a lot less than we saw in the last series, so that's good. There's a lot of things that are tightened up. I think it's just all coming down to how consistent they can be at applying this pressure by hitting the ball each and every time.
And hitting the ball each and every time is exactly what Code Red Jack does, as he really threatened that one very quickly. Swanson forced to make a quick double back. Is Carrazzo back to mid. Scruffy Lobo's going to miss that one. Code Red Jack gets a touch, but it's going to go wide. Back out to mid. Carrazzo can't put it on target. Instead sends it right in to Scruffy Lobo, who clears it back to Swanson, who has control of it. Gets it past one. Carrazzo now in a bad position, but it will roll high. Swanson trying to get the touch. Carrazzo is there to get the block, and Swanson can't put it on target. The Sharks now will try and drive it back upfield.
Oh, Carrazzo, though, making some success of driving it back upfield off the back wall, straight across to Code Red Jack, who was waiting, again, smelling the blood in the water, knowing when to strike. That's what the Sharks do best. So composed, and that one looked like a symphony.
Well, one up here from the Sharks. We saw it in that first game. They have a tendency to be dominant. When they smell blood in the water, they are ready to go, 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 and they do smell that here. Carrazzo, what are you doing? Are we sure he's not ACAD?
I'm not, but
are we sure Swanson's not ACAD? Hello?
Look at this. Look at the low ground air dribble that they got here. Caught Code Red off guard. Oh, beautiful turn off the flip usage for a tie game. What is this FL game? What is this FL series gonna be like if we keep seeing this kind of caliber of play unfold with mechanics?
You know, what is this FL season gonna be like if both of these teams are both below 500, by the way? And this is the kind of mechanics that we're seeing from them? What is this FL season gonna be? It's just going to be ACAD 2 as Carrazzo jukes one out, dekes the defender, and sets the ball in.
I feel like FL is just a slowed down version of ML at times because, like you said, the skill has increased over past seasons and just as time has gone on in general for the game of Rocket League. But their hits, they're great. Their rotations, they're great. Everything looks solid, and when you see two FL teams collide against each other, it's just, at times there's going to be inconsistencies, but the way that they approach the ball is just so awesome to see, and they just look so good.
Well, Swanson didn't approach it well that time. Ends up getting it back towards his own net. It's still dangerous. Swanson can't get a good handle on that one. Code Red Jack back passes it to Carrazzo, who sends it long into the Comets' end. We'll have another touch. It's going to go off the wall. Pops a bit. Swanson is there. Yeah, Swanson is there to intercept it.
Looking to intercept again was Scruffy, but they're unable to find the shot on target. Just scraping the post and leaving it out. Carrazzo out to the corner, lands on their teammate, trying to provide some misdirection of play, but not enough to fool Scruffy Lobo. Code Red out to the left side midfield, doesn't beat Swanson. Game stutter, their mind stutters as well. At least on my side, I don't know, I'm losing frames over here. Maybe that's a factor. Hopefully not, though. Hopefully we have the even playing field all the way around, but we've hit the halfway point. And oh boy, Sharks again, just straight line pass to the back of the net.
Catches Swanson napping here. Swanson was a little bit outside of Code Red Jack. That's never something you want to do when you're shadow defending. You always want to be inside of the opponent dribbling, not outside. And Swanson made that mistake. Code Red Jack sees it. Good game awareness for Code Red Jack there to be able to capitalize on that mistake.
Oh yeah, again, FL just proven to be fun league. It's always so unpredictable. I just love watching it each and every time that it comes around. You never know what's going to happen, what's going to be pulled off, how these teams are going to play. And here they go, stirring again. Sharks around the right side, kind of a 1v1 situation. Not enough boost to work with, though. Panic settles in on the defense. But the shot, again, blocked just enough to the side. Comets moving it back the other way. Down 2 goals, minute 45 to go. They would love to pick one up sooner rather than later. Well, they'll have to wait one more time because they're stuck on defense for now.
Well, Swanson takes this one coast to coast, but Code Red Jack is there to meet him. It's going to go high off the backboard.
Oh.
Okay, so that was an own goal. Never mind. I was going to say, Carrazzo had that, but I mean, yeah, it was an own goal.
Oh, man, you hate to see it. Oh, yeah, Carrazzo was looking for it, and that was just unfortunate.
Yep.
Very, very unfortunate. It's not the best read in the world, but it was a difficult one. It's not executed well enough. Code Red Jack, though, looking to immediately regain. Will not. Carrazzo sends one back. Scruffy, plenty of room to work with if they can just get another shot, but they'll take it against the sidewall again. Off the corner, though, Swanson's found a quick one just in front. So quick before Code Red can even think to react.
Caught Code Red Jack off guard. Napping on that back post. That's where you want to be, but you got to keep your momentum moving across that net. At least a little bit so you don't get caught flat-footed like that. But he will get caught flat-footed, so just over a minute remaining. We see a similar scoreline.
Oh, my.
No way.
Oh, my.
Okay, there it is.
Okay.
Carrazzo finally gets the ceiling shot he's been going for it all series. And I believe there are a bunch of people who owe him credits now.
He's made quite the sum of money for this one. Clip it, though, for your Balls Garana play of the week because they're feeling good about that one. They'll want to relive it, being #1 on the play of the week board. And being there, I can tell you, it's a great feeling. So, hey, Sharks, squad up and show Carrazzo some love. Hitting ceiling shots in FL, not something you see every day, but Carrazzo will make sure that it happens today.
Carrazzo trying to get another one through, too, but can't quite get it there. Code Red Jack can't get the touch. Scruffy Lobo, no, he's not going to be able to put it on target. He had no boost to follow it up either. Carrazzo trying to go for a nice, fun little execution there, but it's not going to go through. At this point, 33 seconds left. Up by 3, that's 1 every 11 seconds. It's going to be really hard, even in 2s, to be able to score that many. So likely, this one is going to be a Sharks victory. And you said it yourself, the Comets are going to have to find a way to shut down this insane Sharks offense.
Yep, and are going to need to do it preferably sooner. Again, a little bit earlier if they can, but this one just rolls in. I mean, it's a demo play. What more can you do? It just happens, but 18 seconds ago, yeah. If it wasn't the dagger before, it's got to be now. I don't see the Comets coming back from this one, especially the way the kickoff has gone as
Although
well.
we might
Swanson
see a
does get some saves. Oh, boy. No. I don't. No, it's not gonna happen. All right. Look, I've been 1 for 1 so far in saying it's not gonna happen, so it's not gonna happen. If Code Red was a bit quicker to that one and didn't go for the fast play, maybe, but it doesn't happen. All right. We stay true.
Those last 6 or 7 words there from you, Grant, were a roller coaster. But it's not gonna happen. Okay, it's not gonna happen. Well, the Sharks.
It happens.
No, it didn't happen there.
Would you? I mean, like your club name suggests, lag. I think that's what I was doing. So maybe I have to join the club as well because.
God.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is that's from a different league, so I don't think you would be. Yeah.
I'll make my own. We'll figure out what it stands for later.
All right. Well, the Sharks are going to take game 2 here, 6-2, even more dominant than we saw them in game #1. And I previously said it, the Comets are going to have to figure out a way to shut down this amazing Sharks offense that we're seeing here. Carrazzo and Code Red Jack, they are just finding each other on these plays. If they're not directly passing to each other, the other one is always there to clean up the play, and then the other one's getting out the whole time. It's been so hard for the Comets to even find anything to get going on offense because they're just getting shut down so quickly at the midfield.
Exactly right. I mean, they aren't going as quickly as they would like to because Sharks are just that much quicker. They are controlling the pace, keeping the ball close, going for ceiling shots. Goodness gracious. Again, Carrazzo actually hits it in the last game, but the way that you can just get involved and get in the way of your opponent is what's really going to determine the success of the Comets at this point. They can get a couple lucky goals. They can get some gifted to them via an own goal, but they're going to have to start producing their own opportunities, so they're not going to happen all the time, especially when Carrazzo is doing just crazy things as they do, I guess.
Code Red Jack, he's going to tip this one away, waiting for Scruffy. Lobo almost fully baited him into that challenge, but just gets it tipped away just a little bit, just enough to get it out. Swanson going for the double touch. He gets the read. You know, I'm not even surprised anymore. Foundation League is just AL, but just a tad slower. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's amazing. All right, okay. People in chat, listen up. Let's go. Start the clip train. We got to get that one on Play of the Week as well. We got to see some good competition because FL is just looking amazing this week. And I guess just even today, Carrazzo.
No.
Oh, goodness.
No, he's going to double him back. Is he going to do it again?
No?
Okay.
I'm losing it, all right? What is this, like game 2? I don't have enough water to get through it if this is how this is going to be. Okay. We're a little bit further than I thought, which is good for my water situation, not so good for my chicken tendy situation over here, but it's looking good for the Comets so far in this situation, but Sharks are about to pounce on it. No, they don't. Carrazzo's just not around to finish this one off quite yet.
Well, Scruffy Lobo, he's not been playing so well when he's forced to play on that wall. Carrazzo, you know what? Yeah, that was just a guaranteed thing. Is it just a guarantee now if Carrazzo goes up for one of these that he's just gonna get it? I mean, can we just say that?
Yeah. I would say so.
One of the most mechanically skilled players in Foundation League right now, in my opinion. Given what I'm seeing on field, he's definitely one of the most mechanically skilled.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if I looked in transaction report a little bit later on, like next week, and I see Carrazzo ranked out to AL, because this guy's nuts. What's his salary? I think that's what's going to determine whether or not it's a rank out. I'm looking.
Hey, Atomic, do we have room for this guy on AL? Because I might be asking you for a transfer for somebody. But Carrazzo, he's just putting shot after shot on target, and it's everything the Comets can do to send them away. But so far, they've been holding fairly strong in this game 3, 1-1. Wait, there's still 3 minutes left? Oh my.
Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Only 2 goals, probably 1 per minute. Now we're breaking into the 3rd minute, so we can see the 3rd goal. Oh, we might see it, but it's off the back wall and out. Swanson's able to carry it through. Sharks with a pass back. Carrazzo catches him off. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think it's Sharks just playing really, really patient right now, letting the Comets go forth, because I think Comets, their adjustment has been, oh, let's just play faster, but Sharks have taken quick notice of that, and they already have the patient play style in their favor, so they're able to bait in some of these challenges, but they're going to need to get back on defense quicker than that, or let the post do all the work for them. Comets struggle to put one more shot on net, and we're past halftime.
Well, the Comets out there are going to be able to get the lead there, but they just didn't get it on target fast enough. As we saw Carrazzo fighting his way back, trying to get boost. He was able to get it away. Good demo by Code Red Jack that's going to prevent things from getting too scary. The double demo will give it right back into the hands of the Sharks.
Man, FL is something else today. When I said there was magic in the air, I didn't know it was going to be this much magic, okay? This has been insane, and I look forward to the rest of this series. I'm glad that we're only in game 3 because it's crazy. Carrazzo almost snuck one by the defense, unable to, however, for the time being. Code Red Jack off the lip, back on their own half. Swanson's got a shot, not enough boost. It's a clear from Code Red one more time. Scruffy up to the ceiling. This one will bounce down straight from the waterfall. Carrazzo dumps one out. Swanson over to Lobo, won't turn on it, goes for the boost grab instead. Both players in the rotation out. Lobo turned around, can't get to the ball yet. Carrazzo, oh boy, it's getting a little dicey on the side right now. Sharks, they're coming back, trying to regain control. Jack out of boost, can't put it mid, and things have slowed down. I don't think we were meaning it in a very literal sense when we said FL is just AL but slower, but things have gotten uncharacteristically slow for this series.
Yeah, a little bit here as, well handled by Carrazzo though. Give him credit for that one. A lot of other FL players would have owned gold that. But now, down past a minute, we're in golden goal territory. Jack can't keep a hold of it. Swanson sends it back into the Sharks zone. It's going to roll up the backboard. Carrazzo is there. Maybe a little bit eager on that challenge, but Scruffy Lobo can't put it on target anyway. Sent a little bit faster across than he would have liked. And now the Sharks are getting a little bit aggressive here on these challenges, getting a little bit eager as they don't want this one to go into overtime. I don't think they like their chances, and it won't have to. Carrazzo! What happened here on the defense by the Comets?
Well, I mean,
no,
looking at it,
Oh.
it's a big old whiff. A gust of air passes in front of the ball, but not enough to steer it off course. And Sharks take the lead. 20 seconds to go now. They might be looking to get a second goal out of it. They're unable to for now, but Carrazzo's in the back. We've seen their mechanics. Up to the backboard, quick up for the follow. Leaves it back out. Code Red can't handle themselves on the easy open shot, but they find the bicycle kick backwards. And that secures it for the Sharks.
Yeah, that's going to be the dagger here. It will be the Sharks taking the series 3-X, as we haven't seen what that X is yet, but they will win the series. Once again, MLE plays all 5. So we will have 2 more games after this, but it will be the Sharks taking this series over the Comets, largely on the back of some stellar solo plays by both of these Sharks players.
Oh, for sure. The solo plays were much of what gave the Sharks that success. We talked about it a bit in the last series, but the Bulls weren't able to get as many of those solo plays as they would like. But in FL, you've got so much more room to do whatever you want. So that's what Sharks took the liberty in doing. Got the solo plays at every moment that they can. But I want to talk about what's going wrong with the Comets right now. I feel like I said, my theory that I talked about in the beginning half of the match of them playing too fast, more fast than what they're capable of doing, or at least what they're comfortable with doing. They're trying to get out of their comfort zone to match this pace of the Sharks, but they're just unable to. And I see that this series could just go 0-5 at this rate. Sharks just looking too good. The rotations are solid. The power is solid. They're always touching the ball. They're always getting to it, and they're always quicker than the Comets. And when they find that accuracy, they put up 10 shots, only 3 of them going in, but when they find that accuracy, you see goals galore all day long.
Yeah, I feel as though the Comets, they can't give the Sharks time at all to come up with these plays, because if they do, the Sharks are going to have them all day long. So I feel as though it's entirely on the Comets here to just try and neutralize these passing lanes that you're seeing occasionally from the Sharks. Try and neutralize Carrazzo, who's pulling off some insane stuff. But, I mean, credit to Code Red Jack, too. He's been playing out of his mind this series. So I think you got to shut down these developing solo plays before they have a chance to really get momentum under them. Because if you can stop that, if you can take the ball away at the midfield line, you'll be in a good spot.
Yeah, and as long as they can do it well. Oh, no.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, wait a minute. There's the post coming in when
Carrazzo.
they need it. Oh, no.
Oh!
What? Well, you said it was a guarantee. Gigabyte, you've lied to me.
I thought it was. I thought he had the angle, just couldn't hover there long enough to be able to put the ball in. Now,
oh, man.
Still threatening here are the Sharks. Carrazzo bumps him into a pass. Can't get the one past the Scruffy logo as he does control that one. They're doubled up on top of each other, though. This will be an opportunity for the Sharks, but Code Red Jack can't keep up with that one, and Swanson will be able to tip that one out of danger. Loses control of it, and not ready for the shot by Code Red Jack. And that right there is a little bit of a microcosm of how this match has gone for the Comets. Little bit of loss of control, and all of a sudden you're getting punished.
Yeah, Swanson just took too long to get up into the air for that save. They had the turns, they had everything, but it was just so bulky in terms of their movements. It wasn't as smooth as you'd see up in, I keep going to Grand Champ. Like, I'm thinking about myself over here and how I would have handled the situation. It's just stuff that comes with time and you get more fluid with your mechanics, but it's these small points that are really going to make you the better player when you can straighten them out. And look at Carrazzo. See how smooth they're playing, how quickly they're playing. The rotations look good for the Sharks. That's why they've been able to be so dominant in this series. Swanson does get one downfield. Would love to just find it on target, out of boost to work with. Thank goodness they had somebody to call upon to finish the job.
Yeah, so the Comets will be able to tie this one up. Carrazzo baited out by that initial touch, or attempted touch by Swanson, and Scruffy Lobo was there to finish it off. And Code Red Jack just not back in time, but none of his fault. He went for a challenge earlier. Carrazzo with the quick kickoff. I like it. Scruffy Lobo, he'll lose control of that ball. Code Red Jack now controlling it in his own corner, flicks it up. This might be dangerous. Carrazzo is able to be there first. The Sharks overall just much quicker to these touches than the Comets are. And the Comets need to kind of straighten that out a little bit, otherwise they'll be in the dust the entire time.
Well, they're starting to get some bump plays on the Sharks' end, but it's not so much on their way out when they're going for these, and it just lets one slip by again. Still stuck on the rotation back with Scruffy Lobo. You see it right in the replay, off the back and into the clutches of Code Red Jack, who, like you said, has been on fire all series long, leading the Sharks back up to a 1-goal game.
Yeah, Code Red Jack actually outperforming his teammates so far this game with 2 goals to his credit. Only one of them needed assisting. And Carasso, he's going for these backboard touches. I love to see it. He's so reliable on those when he's not being interfered with by an opponent. Scruffy Lobo takes a shot. Carasso very strong on defense as well. And he'll send this one back out. Controlled to Code Red Jack. Great pass. That's going to be a long shot. Not on target, though. Just a little bit high and wide.
Carasso, though, from the midfield, gets it by one defender. Swanson on the back to disrupt the play for a little bit. Code Red felt the need to get involved. Sends it to the right side, back across. Rainbow over the net. Carasso off the corner. Finds his way towards its target, but no one able to make up for it. Past halftime, Comets still struggling to get 1 goal to tie this game up. They're doing everything they can, but it's just so quick to leave the ball when they're done with one touch. This one floating its way over the net, off the post and out. Swanson got in the play. Scruffy Lobo sends it back towards the Sharks' way. Carasso just controlling this entire game almost by themselves at time, and I think, you know, even though they're on the bottom of the scoreboard, they really have been in the back as the foundation to just do everything that Code Red can't. Leaves it all to score for Jack. Can they get there? Yes, they can, and it just proves what I'm talking about.
Carasso just playing interference in the midfield there, and Code Red Jack getting it past Scruffy for the last touch off the backboard. Bada boom, bada bing, it's in the bottom right corner, and we have a 3-1 lead for the Sharks. As the Comets have just been not able to handle the Sharks' offense. The Sharks are always there to cover for each other. A zone offense working in favor of the Sharks for this one. Oh, come on, Carasso. Do it again. Do it again.
Oh,
come on.
No way. Off the double? No way.
No. Oh,
okay. Yeah, we all take a deep breath. Carasso almost hitting the shot of their life. Or, you know, I wouldn't even say that. At least their shot of their life for the stream. You know, getting the highlights, wanted to outdo themselves. But they're not going to be able to just this time around. Code Red Jack gets dunked by Scruffy Lobo up to the ceiling. Sent away by Carasso past Swanson. On the back end, where's Scruffy? They need to be around sooner rather than later. Ooh. Off the post, though, luckily. And Carasso is there to finish it. Do we expect anything less?
Right here, this touch, just FL things. It happens. That'll improve over time. Just a little bit off the Code Red Jack, but Carasso is there. As long as you have teammates who are there to cover you at FL, you can do literally anything. It's like an anime protagonist. Rely on your friends, and you'll be able to win every time. At FL, it's true.
Oh, man. FL, yep, it has proven to be something today with these Sharks. I think power rankings are going to be doing some changing around. I don't know what the script looks like. B++ has not sent it to us yet, so maybe it looks like a Sharks 5-0, and if it is, maybe I have to become the new script writer. Who has any clue? All I can tell you for sure, and what's already been written down on the history, is Sharks cracked. I think that's about it. That sums it up.
Sharks cracked. Sharks smell blood in the water. Sharks swarm. Sharks bite, Sharks kill. So far, they've been killing the Comets somehow, some way. And you know what? We said it before. A huge shout out to Code Red Jack here too. We've been talking about Carasso a lot, but we haven't really been giving him enough credit. He has been popping off himself as well. Both these players doing outstanding things during this series, and that's why they currently lead 4-0 going into this last game of this match. Yeah, both these players just fantastic on the field to watch.
For sure. Oh man, I can't wait for it. We only have one more game to go with this series, and The spotlight still on the Sharks, as we've seen, just incredible. Can we talk enough about them? I think so. Let's turn our attention to the Comets. Again, it's been the same problems all series long. There's nothing really new to it. It's just the Sharks are playing out of their minds. They're a really, really good team, and the Comets are just struggling to keep up. They don't have that pace to just challenge what the Sharks are doing right now. They don't have that. I mean, they have the ability to. They've definitely got that potential for growth, but as it stands right now, they don't have that ability to keep up with quick paces, and I think that's something that the Comets need to take back with them to the training grounds after this series and into next week.
Yeah, these two Comets players, we keep talking about that they're just falling apart on defense, but I don't think that's the only issue. I think there's a much deeper issue of it might not even be chemistry between these two. It might be a different C word, incompatibility. These two players are not really, like, we've seen several times over the course of the series where they're kind of on top of each other in their rotation, and it seems like they're trying to play the exact same play style, which that can work, but only if you're on the same page. And it doesn't seem like these two players are really clicking together effectively.
No, I think that has been the struggle. We'll see if they can get one game at least off the Sharks, but Scruffy's been struggling to get back into the game.
Man.
So many spin outs, and man, it's starting to look the same way for the Sharks as it has all series.
Swanson just didn't make the challenge on that one when he needed to. Could have been very quick to that one, gotten it away from Code Red Jack easily, but it will go back, and that's basically a kickoff goal. The Sharks take an early lead as Code Red Jack lobs another one to the Comets' goal. Carazzo upfield. It's going to go off well. Swanson's there. Lobo letting it go. Probably could have controlled it to get this one away from Carazzo, who sends it back over to Code Red Jack. And no goal yet.
Yet. That's the key word. Sharks still on the hunt for the second goal. Swanson, Lobo, not the best communication here. A lot of confusion going on. Carazzo in the midfield, dunked by Scruffy Lobo. Up to the backboard. Can Comets score here? Code Red's just quicker. Blocks it off target, although I think the shot was also just that. At the time, Swanson missing their touch again. Code Red Jack puts it out front. Open net on the Comets. Off the backboard. Far enough back for Carazzo. Off the post and out. Comets still in this, surviving the onslaught from the Sharks on defense.
Oh, they're barely hanging on here as the Sharks have not been able to bend this one in between the uprights as they might here, but Swanson gets a great save to keep them at a 1-goal deficit, not allowing the Sharks to run away with it. That's probably their best bet to take this one in Game 5. Although the Sharks, they are so good at neutralizing threats on defense. Carazzo going to go for another one, but the Devo won't work out for him as he has 0 boost to follow that one with.
Oh, but there's a runaway goal opportunity for the Comets. Can they get it under control? They can't. Oh, no. They wanted a piece of it, both players, and they just disrupted each other, getting in the way, touching cars.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Carazzo's just going for fun stuff at this point. As the Comets, they are not gelling as a team, fighting each other for that open net, and they just weren't able to come out with it. This is not what you need to be having if you are the Comets' entire team. You need to have them focused, scavenge, or get as much out of this series as you possibly can. Oh no, another miss there. Carazzo not able to put it through, but Code Red Jack will, and it's all breaking down for the Comets now.
Goodness, Comets might as well just rename their FL team to the Chicken Tendies because Sharks have been having a feast on them all series long.
No, because you would need to be Diamond Hands to be Chicken Tendies, and they can't hodl.
Oh dear Lord, we're losing our minds over the Sharks today. That's
losing.
For sure.
Mine's already gone.
Yeah, I would say so. I think mine's gone as well. Just non-existent. It's just like, what is this? This Sharks team, like, is there anyone who can go toe-to-toe with them? A third goal for Carazzo and the Sharks.
I hate to be the guy, but I will remind you, the Sharks are currently below 500. So if this is what we're seeing from a sub 500 team in Foundation League, what are we going to see from other teams that are, dominating or something? And I mean, I'm looking at their stat sheet right now. Code Red Jack is their team leader in assists, saves, and shots. Carrazzo doesn't have any team leads at all. Then again, he just D-ranked from AL this week. Finally, the Comets are able to get a goal here, by the way. But
yes.
If this is what we can expect from 8 and 12 team, by the way, if they win Game 5, they will be 13 and 12, so they will jump above 500 with just this series. That'll put them in a real good position to fight for the rest of the season.
For sure. I mean, 13 and 12 would put them at least third in their division. I've gotta go find the division stats here. I'm just over here scrolling through score sheets, but the Comets are actually starting to pick up the pace a little bit, almost finding a goal off of this pass. And Carrazzo, off the dribble plays, gets the demo on Swanson. Unlucky that the ball wasn't on its way towards the net just yet. Code Red off the back wall. Carrazzo's around, but Lobo's quicker. Carrazzo waits patiently. Another ceiling shot opportunity. It's just an awkward setup. Lobo starting to create contact with the ball, which is something the Comets have struggled with for this series. They get a 50 over, but it's into Carrazzo, and we've seen that happen so many times. The Comets almost hitting the ball to hit the ball at times. That one wasn't exactly that, but it just had deja vu, much like we saw in the last series.
And a double commit too.
Just the same things, the same patterns for the Comets. I wonder if even tilt factor at this point has started to settle in. You're going down on a 5-0. It's like, what is worth playing for at this moment in time? Who had any idea? But hey, FL Fun League, it's all about having fun, so just how you can make the most of a situation like this. It's like, you know what? Let's see how many goals we can get, and if it's none, we regain next week. We put in some work, we take some time off. You know, once the day is done, we sleep, we reset, because tomorrow's another day.
Oh, Carrazzo almost able to put that one in. And some more stats here. The Sharks, 3 games behind the Pandas for a playoff spot. This is really going to help them out, as I'm pretty sure we can say they're going to take this Game 5 pretty handily, if I had to say. Oh, what, Carrazzo? What was that block? All right.
What? Hey? What? I'm gonna take a moment here. What the heck is that 50? That's just the definition of a stuffing right there.
Yeah, just completely dismantles the Comets defense. It will be the Sharks taking this one 5-0.
Wow. 5-0 will be that scoreline, going 13 and 12 in the Tropic Division. That'll actually, that'll put them in a really, really good spot to move up in playoffs. And they've actually taken down the 4 seed in playoffs in the Comets this time around. So what a win for them. Maybe Sharks are having something to say about these playoff standings, saying, hey, I think we belong in there a little bit more.
Yeah, Carrazzo D-rank apparently equals Stonks. Just saying.
Yep.
But he's going to be a huge asset to this team as Code Red Jack. He was their best assist man on the team up until now. Second in the league, I believe, with assists per game. And Carrazzo, these two players are pairing so well. I'm not sure if there's anyone in Foundation League who can take these two on and be able to have a ton of success. Yeah, they'll get a win here and there, but I get the feeling that this is one of the most dominant pairings in all of Foundation League at the moment.
I would have to agree with you. There's no doubt in my mind that if we are to see this one again, we are in for a treat. We are in for something crazy, and just the fact that they're going to get even better as time goes on, I can't wait to see the Sharks. We know they're going to be in playoffs one way or another, and I think they've put the entire Foundation League on notice with that performance there.
Oh, yeah. The Sharks will move to 13 and 12, and the Comets will fall to 8 and 17 after that one. So, folks, that'll be all here over at MLE Esports GG2, presented by APM Music. But we're going to be raiding over to MLE Esports GG, the main channel here. So stick around for the raid. But Grant, it was great seeing you tonight.
It was great seeing you too. I had fun. It's been a while since we've been in the booth. We got back in it, and man, it was FL. It was Fun League for sure. We got yeah. We'll leave it there.
We got our tendies. We got our tendies.
Yes, sir.
We got our diamond hands. We hodled.
Amen.
And I gotta say, it was a fun night. Thank you everybody so much. Have a good night, and we will see you all over on MLE Sports GG.